I am in love with this thing. We test so many things on Amazon. Every single year, the list it's endless. But it is through all of those trials and error that you find these gems, these products that you stick to, that you tell your friends and family about, and you're like, this is just incredible. It's life-changing. Okay, maybe not life-changing, but you know when you've found those products that just like make your life so much easier. So that's kind of what I want to share with you today. The game-changing products that just like made a huge difference in, you know, my family's life, things that have really helped me, things that I recommend to friends and family. And I did this video over on Rach Loves like a couple of weeks ago, and you guys loved it. And so this is sort of like an extension to that. So if you want to see more beauty stuff, more home stuff, as well as some kids stuff, you can go and check out that video. So let's get started. I don't even know where to begin. They're all sitting on my floor. What do I start with? What do I start with? So I guess let's start with kitchen stuff, because this should go back in the fridge. And that is this egg carton. We had tested this, I think, part of like an organization for the fridge, and we used a lot of the other pieces as well, but like this piece in particular, I did not expect to love as much as I do. And the reason why we love this thing so much, and you can get like, there are so many different options on Amazon. I'll link a whole bunch for you just in case I will link all of these products for you. And I'll also put it as its own like separate icon, so you can go and check out these products specifically in one central area on Amazon. But anyway, this thing. And the reason I love this is because we buy eggs from, I was gonna say Amazon. We don't buy eggs from Amazon. We buy eggs from Costco. And the Costco things, they have those like bigger crates. They're ginormous. And they don't fit really well in the fridge up here. We have a fridge downstairs as well, because again, we host a lot of people here. So that tends to be all the overflow stuff. So what we end up doing in order to save space up here for the stuff we're using daily is we take eggs out of there and then we put them in here. And what's great about this is 2 eggs more than 12, which would make it 14. So it holds more eggs. You can see visually in the fridge how many you have left, which is also important. How many times have we opened up a carton and be like, oh, I thought I had all the eggs, but I have 1. So I love that. It's nice and sturdy. You can lay stuff on top too, because again, it's like nice and solid on top. I really like it. It's one of the things that you don't think you need until you have it and you're like, oh yeah, this really does make a difference. The next thing, I know it's kind of random as a kitchen product in particular, but scissors. These are scissors from OXO. We love OXO. If you're new here, all of their products seem to work really well. And we use scissors a lot in our kitchen. Like I have a whole thing back here just filled with scissors, because we use them a lot for cutting up food, cutting up herbs, cutting up like just variety of things. They're just very useful to have. But what I really like about these ones in particular is that you can dishwash them and you just take them apart like that. And then it's easier to fit into the dishwasher. So I wanted to include them. They're very well made. They stay sharp forever. They're nice and sturdy. You can use them for like a bunch of different things. These are really good scissors. Just feels like such a strong statement as someone in their 30s. Just be like, I need to share with you my favorite scissors. Next up, I have 2 different water holding containers. And it is not, I mean, listen, I have talked so much about this simple water thing. Like we know, we love her. She's fantastic. However, the one thing that I don't love about her is that she's not very travel friendly, because again, there's no way to secure or close it up or anything like that. So still, she's my favorite because I don't know, the straw is just better and the shape of it is easy to clean. Like I love that. So I will link her. But I have been using this guy. Remember when we tested the Hydrojug? I know you guys were wondering. I don't know why I still have this sticker on. Oh, I know why. Because you can see on top, it tells you the direction you need to go to close it. And I always forget. So I just left it on there and I'm like, well, this is how I live my life now. So the reason I like this is, okay, I really liked this when we were traveling. We went to Florida with our family, with Sarah and her family and my mother-in-law. This is really great if you are traveling. However, I like the straw better on this one for every day, but traveling, throwing in your purse, having a stroller, things like that, this has been incredible. Again, very easy to clean. I like that you can't really clunk it down because it has like the rubber parts on the bottom, so that's nice. Love her. Now, the other one I want to mention is not a favorite of mine, but it's a favorite of Christopher's. And I want to include it because he's been using this every single day, and it is the Yeti Tumbler. I know, he's so basic. And so this is how he has been consuming water throughout the day. He's been using this and I've been using my 2 right here. And he really loves it. I think it's gonna be great for iced coffees. We haven't gotten there yet. because he's been using it exclusively for water, but I feel like it'd be really good for that. Holds a lot, washes well, the straw is nice. It's a good one. This is really good. I see why it's popular. So many water bottles. That is far too many for one person, but it's good to know there are options. Speaking of Christopher, for those of you that don't know, he loves reading cookbooks. He's a big cookbook guy, loves to get them from the library, and the ones that he absolutely loves, he ends up buying. So when he gets a good one, you see a lot of these like tabs on the side, and that's how you know it's a good one. So I asked him to pick out like 2 that he's been really loving or getting a lot of recipes from. So the first one is this one, Matheson. He has his Homestyle Cookery. Really love this book. There's tons of really good recipes in here. He's coming out with another one. I think it's like sandwiches and stuff soon. He also has a bunch of food related things, like a mac and cheese or something. I feel like I need to try it. But anyway, the cookbook, this one, phenomenal. See what Christopher has marked off here. Chicago style pork chops. These are things that Christopher said about whipped goat cheese with anchovy parsley salad. That's wild, Christopher. Pickled hot pepper queso with braised beef ribs. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, that looks phenomenal. I want that immediately, like right now. So this is book 1. And then the other one, you might recognize this guy. This is Andrew from I'm trying to think of what his YouTube name is. Binging with Babish, that's it. I knew it had Babish in there, but this is Basics with Babish. And he got it because he's like, I know the guy off of YouTube, I'm gonna try it. And you can see, look at all of these tabs here. Christopher, do you have a favorite from the Babish one?
Well, that one I haven't tried yet. I've been waiting for summer, but
really good.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited for that one. From this one, hang on. This one, it's the bolognese. The Babish one has a lot of basics and like
the name.
Step up basics like carbonara and stuff like cacio e pepe. A lot of these are kind of like iterations on stuff that I already do and like, oh, maybe that's a good idea or I should try that sort of thing. Like this thing from his chicken parmesan recipe. So I love a chicken parm, but I like a crispy breaded chicken parm, and I know that's not really traditional, and he likes that too. So he put the mozzarella on top of the chicken and then the tomato sauce on top of that, so it's kind of like a buffer and it doesn't get soggy. I tried that. I love it. So that's kind of what I got from this. The Matty Matheson book, this is his second book. Didn't love the first one, but this book has just some great basics, like, and just home makeable food. This was really good. This has a lot of good stuff in it.
I have to try some of his goods from the grocery store. He has like the mac and cheese and stuff.
I bought some of that.
You bought some of it?
Yeah, I bought all his stuff.
Well, obviously we need to try that. #1 fan right here. Yeah. Okay, well, I need to try that, and thank you for these recommendations. I'm going to add it. They're really good.
I like this book even though he's deliberately provoking me with the cover.
Christopher and pizza making. One day, Christopher.
No.
Next up, this just feels like a seasonal thing that I need to include, and I'm not lugging the whole thing. It's like right over here, but you know what this is. It's the Ninja Creami. A lot of people have been using it. I've been seeing it all over my For You page, making like protein ice creams and things like that, which are great if you consume it all in one sitting. Otherwise, you're gonna have to like respin it every single time, which is kind of annoying. However, it makes phenomenal ice cream, phenomenal sorbets every single time. I'm like, if I try another device, I'm like, it's fine if that one doesn't work because I know the Ninja Creami is gonna do it. It's nice that you can have all these different pints and you can buy a whole bunch more off of Amazon, just like regular ones. This one just blew my mind. I wasn't expecting to love it as much as I did, and I'm so glad that we have it. It's just seasonally appropriate. It feels like it needed to be included here. Now on to a timer. So I talked about one in the other video, which I'll get to in a second, but this one specifically lives in the kitchen because our microwave moved to the basement, and that's how we used to time things for recipes and stuff. And so I had been on the hunt for a good replacement of a timer that we could use in the kitchen, would be easy to use. I wanted something that was on an angle, something where you could digitally dial in the exact number that you wanted, like an actual number pad, and it was really difficult to come by. I really wanted the OXO one, but they discontinued it, which is so OXO, bring that one back, please. But this one has been fantastic. So you probably hear it a lot when we were testing out recipes and stuff like that. It has multiple different timers that you can set all at the same time. It's really easy to punch down. I feel like even in typing it, it doesn't slide around and stuff, which I was really hoping for. It's nice and sturdy, really clean, easy, sits on the counter nicely. It's big enough without being like a giant brick. You can change how loud it is on the back. You can change it to just clock mode if you don't want it just timer mode all the time. Really easy to use. I really like it. Now I have two more kid-related ones that I feel passionate about because I have done the testing. The first one is labels. Now, if you have a child, then you know that you need to label everything when they go to school, like everything. Depends on the kid, but like my children, some of them, we need to like label a lot of stuff, especially with Connor going to kindergarten. I wanted to make sure everything is labeled. And we have tested, I'll show you, so many different label options, like all the different brands, styles. We've tried them all. The ones that have held up the best and have been the easiest, most seamless option are you can get custom ones off of Amazon, which I didn't know until I was testing this for a video. So I got these ones for Luke thinking they'd be really good for his mittens, his hat, like stuff over the winter time, as well as, you know, water bottles, hoodies, things like that. You get so many of these labels. They also have a bunch of different colors and prints on it that you can do. Like Julia saw ones that have lemons on them that are really cute. Connor wanted like construction vehicles. Luke saw tennis, but I bought these initially to test out for a video, and I just keep reaching for them because they hold up so well. They hold up well in the washing machine, in the dryer, in the dishwasher. I've had no issues with them, and it's just so much easier if one just like randomly falls off over time to replace it versus taking the other ones to open it up. You have to write their names and close it, seal it, and then put it on. It's like a whole process. This saves so much time, and you get so many of them. And then yeah, you can customize it to whatever you want. They're amazing. Then the other one, again, also tested it for a video. I'm so glad I did, are these joke cards that you can stick. I've been sticking them in their lunch boxes. They are so well designed, beautiful cards, and they have these like little jokes on the one side. They have the answer on the other side, and then you can write a little note. And so we've been sending them to school with them. Luke was telling me that he shares them with his classmates and stuff, and then it's like a fun joke. It's a way of, you know, interacting with your classmates and everything. And again, just very well made. And it's been fun to like pick out ones for each of them that I think that they would like and think that they would find was funny, and writing them little notes for the day. So yeah, I really love these. Oh my gosh, I love that I told you that I would show you the other timer and then I never did. Now, technically I did talk about this in the other video, so you can check that one out as well. But this is just this is a more visual timer. So this has been really good when the kids are setting screen time or they're racing against the clock to get ready in the morning or do a specific chore or something. Like it's a fun extra additional thing. I was using it too for just timing out and staying focused on a task. And then it's a nice visual cue that you can kind of see, and they can set themselves to as well. It either goes off for 3 seconds or for a minute, I think. Those are two options. And then it's loud or like a very reasonable level of loud, like there. And it goes up to 60 minutes, which is obviously different than the kitchen timer, which you can kind of set for a lot longer. But that's been a really good one. Really love that. Now we're working our way into more of like the home related items. But this one is sort of like, it's the blending. It's the best of both worlds, you might say. And it is this. And I know it doesn't look like a lot, but I saw it on a TikTok and they were so cute. The girl had it all set up in this beautiful bowl, and it was just this like decorative artichokes. And the number of people that I've had come in and look at it and think that they're real is astounding. They look so cute. You've probably seen them quite often in that bowl over there. Right now it's filled with pomegranates, but usually that's where they live. And I just think they look so cute out on the counter, or like either back there or they live in a bowl on the kitchen island here. And I think they're a nice pop of color. They are very well made. Easy to hide this thing too, which I love. So if you have like a whole bunch of them, you don't see that part. And I just think they're really cute, and so I needed to share them. Caroline also was asking, she saw them on the counter and she's like, girl, you need to send me the link to that. And I'm like, I will, and I have. They are adorable. Next, I want to share with you some of the products that I have been using for those of us that are experiencing a lot of back pain or muscle pain or just chronic pain. These are some things that I have incorporated into my everyday that have made a huge impact for me personally. So I want to share them because we don't want to be in pain. Nobody wants that. So number one, I actually got one of these for, who did I get them for? I got them for a bunch of different people for Christmas presents, Low for sure. And it's this giant heat pack. Now, reasons that I love this, because I bought a whole bunch of different heat packs and none of them were good enough for me. I was very particular about which heat pack I wanted. I wanted something that was going to be high heat. I could adjust the amount of time that it was going to stay on for. And I wanted it to be full back because I was tired of taking the little ones and just moving it from one side and then the lower back. I wanted everything. And that's what this does, because it will literally cover the entirety of the back all the way down. It's nice and soft. This is weighted, so it's almost like a weighted blanket. It has heat all the way to the back of the neck as well. You can pin it up, and it has little ties here so you can strap it together to hold it onto your back. It is so nice. I am obsessed with this thing. I will also use it for like my legs too, because my legs will get sore from horseback riding and stuff. And so I'll just like kind of sit on it and wrap the shoulder part around my legs. I am in love with this thing. If you are looking for a good heat pack, this is the one you want. It is unmatched. I have not found anything as good as this. The next one is this guy, which I got as a birthday present one year from my in-law side of the family, and it is the Theragun. This is one of those massaging gun type things, and basically it moves really fast and you can put it over different muscle areas. You cannot use it on your neck, you cannot use it on your face. Don't use it on any bones or anything like that. There's like a lot of instructions that go into it, but I love this thing for like when my shoulders are really sore or my legs, and Chris will use it like along my spine and stuff. I have one, my mother-in-law has one, Caroline has one. I think Mark might have one now. They have been transformative for any of you that are dealing with really tight, stuck muscles. This thing, I feel like over time, it just like, they just go like that. You know what I mean? Like, you know when they're tense, and then this, like going just like that. On your back, your just muscles just like they melt a little bit. It's really nice. Good for like a good stretch, like especially in here, it gets really tight. So this going over it and then kind of stretching it out, and I'm like, oh, it's so much better. And then I'll put some heat on it. It rounds it out, you know? Then when I'm not using the Theragun, I'm also using these guys, which are amazing. These are really good for trigger point kind of massage, I guess. So this one is a more like aggressive one. So this is more for like a really thick piece of muscle. So usually like low back for me, or like shoulders, like right here. I don't know what muscle this is, like the rhomboid or something, lower upper traps, I don't know. But this thing, it just sticks down there, you put the muscle on it, and it just sort of melts that stuck point really well. I will also use this on the bottom of my feet. It doesn't move around a lot because it's nice and like silicone-y, you know? Really, really good. This is an aggressive one. They also have one that's like a little bit milder as well. So I will link both options. And then there's the good old tennis ball. You can get these off of Amazon in like a 3-pack, 4-pack, 5-pack, I don't even know. And this is just the perfect level of squish, but still holding its shape. The shape of it, the size of it is also really good. I also have a little cross ball, which is somewhere downstairs. I can't find it, but that's also really good. It's a little bit firmer though. This is really good for, I just lie on it on here, or I'll use it on like the glutes or the thigh muscles or something, and it just melts those trigger points and it just loosens everything up. If you're gonna get anything from here, make it the heat pack and the tennis balls, but like all of these have such a big purpose in my life and I love them all. Okay, this one you've probably seen before. This will sometimes live behind here, or it lives in the background of my videos upstairs. I love this. This is a candle warmer, and it is such a beautiful piece. I cannot stop recommending it to everyone. It works so well. It is such a, like, just a show-stopping piece. You can't even see it. It goes like this. You can adjust for how long you want it on for and the level of like brightness you want. It works well. It looks great. It melts down the candle. Now you do, if you want it to still smell, like if you have one of the like smelly candles, if you use this a lot, then you need to drain out some of the wax that ends up on top because otherwise like it doesn't have a scent anymore because that's all evaporated. But it comes with an extra bulb, which I haven't even touched yet, which I would hope not because I've only had this for like 7 months, and it is gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. There are a ton of them off of Amazon. This is the one that I think personally is the best looking one, and yeah, it works really well. It's held up amazingly and I'm in love with it. Okay, this next one, again, I feel like a lot of these I've tested for videos, but like I love them. This is one for anyone that has kids in their house that are learning to wash their hands thoroughly or brush their teeth thoroughly. And it is this timer. And basically, like, it's a pretty straightforward timer. It has a little holder that you can suction onto a mirror or the wall. We suction it onto the wall. No, the mirror. That's what I meant. We have one downstairs and upstairs. It comes in a pack of 2. And you just click the button. So like if it's hand washing, you click this one and it has a green light. So you wash your hands thoroughly and then it'll go on to red when you can rinse. Teeth brushing, it's for longer, obviously, because you're brushing your teeth, you want it to go on for longer, so the kids will use that as a good indicator for, okay, this is how long it should take to do my teeth properly. And again, it's just something that they consistently use and reach for as sort of, again, sort of that guiding principle kind of thing. And these have worked really well in our household. Okay, this one's a random one. And I want to talk about it because I bought these. This is for family at Christmas time in particular because I love having candlelight everywhere. But as you can imagine, we are mildly scarred with real candles. So we've been using a lot of the flameless ones. And if you've tried any of the flameless candles that are on Amazon right now, a lot of them are terrible. They don't really flicker as they do like a Halloween kind of a flicker, or the color's off, or just the timing is wrong. Like there's just something off about them. These ones right here, again, I will link these ones specifically, the ones that I got. These are the only ones that I have found that actually do a decent job at being flameless. So we have them in these like we have these little wooden houses and they kind of sit in there and they flicker. And you have like a little timer thing for it as well. So you can click them on, and they also, that's the cool thing. If you have them all near each other, then they can turn on. You don't have to turn each one on individually. It kind of sends a signal out and all of them turn on, which is great. So a bunch of these are the ones that I have upstairs. The rest of them are all with all of our Christmas stuff downstairs, but I will show you what they look like. See what I mean? Like it's golden, it's glowy, it's giving candle. Like the top, I guess, isn't the most candly looking, but like minor in things, so I don't really care. And they just, I'm trying to see like where you can see it the best. This is the most natural looking glow and like soft candle flicker that I've come across. Next up, similar to the candles, I tested a whole bunch of them in this category. So many, and they all fail, except for these. This is the best pen, tell me you're in 30s when, best pen that I have ever come across. The glide on this pen is unmatched. I have not found another one. I have gone on and I have scoured my For You page, and somebody came across them and were like, these are the best pens ever. No one ever talks about them. I bought them and I tested them and I'm like, not even close. Not even close. It is the Z Grip Flight. You get them in a giant pack. They have red, black, as well as blue. These are the only pens that I will ever reach for. I cannot speak more highly about how incredible these are. You don't have to like shake them to get them to like right. They don't skip, nothing. They're just phenomenal, phenomenal pens. I love them so much. Feels a little bit odd to be this passionate about pens, but somebody has to. These are really good. Oh my gosh, we're almost there. This next one I'm sure a lot of people have, but I didn't have these until fairly recently, and it's been amazing. I love them so much. It is the Anker brand of fast charging like bricks. These ones right here. My phone dies a lot. Not dies, but it goes low battery a lot. I have too many pictures on it, and this thing charges it so much faster than a regular one, and I can't stop using it. I love it so much, to the point where I think Chris went out and bought like a whole bunch of them just so that all of our chargers can be a fast charger. And then you know those sunrise lamps that we've been seeing everywhere since 2020, where it's like a rising sun kind of alarm, or a softer way to wake up. Now, I was on the hunt for like a time to rise kind of alarm clock that wasn't the Hatch necessarily, though I have heard amazing things about Hatch. And the Hatch, for those of you that don't know, is like a fancy model that has a app that you can connect, and it has color and light. You can tap it. It's a white noise machine, and it also has like a time to rise kind of glow thing that happens. So it allows for kids who can't read time yet to know when it's okay to wake up in the morning, or at least they have the alarm clock that will tell them that in the form of it is on and glowing now. So that's what we ended up getting for Connor. And we've gone through a number of different iterations of these types of things. But the thing that always stopped me from really loving one is that it didn't have an option to just be completely dark, because I want the kids' rooms to be like really, really dark when they sleep. And having like this glowing time written on it just kind of ruins that. It defeats the purpose to me. Enter this guy, the Ecozy one. There are like 1,000 different versions. This is the one that I like. The reason I like this one is, first of all, you can set 2 different time to rise things. So we used to use it for his nap as well as for when to wake up in the morning. You can adjust it. There is actually an app. I don't use the app because we keep it consistent every single day, but you could, and then you can adjust it from your phone versus, you know, manually. You can have noise to wake up or not. You can set the level of how like glowy you want it to wake up. So we have it set to level 4, which I think is the perfect level, but like you could do even lower, which is great. That was another thing that I found, is they were all way too bright as soon as you wake up. Like that's too much in the morning. So I wanted something to be really soft and like very slow build kind of thing. So it happens over the course of 10 minutes. So once it turns on and it like slowly starts to get brighter and brighter, then it's okay to start waking up. So usually if I want them to wake up at like 7:30, for example, I'll set the alarm for 7:40, because then it starts 10 minutes in advance of that, if that makes sense. But the other thing is that you can turn off the what's on, like it'll just look like this, like nothing on it for the duration of the night until it's morning time. You can have it set so you can see the time, but you can also have it set so you don't see anything. And that is why I love this one. It is so good. There are a lot of different options out there. There are tons of them, but like this is the one that I've found works the best. And so I have one in Luke's room and I have one in Connor's room. Julia just has a regular clock at this point, but she used to have the one that Luke has now. And so we've just kind of like made its way through. And yeah, this has been so good. So good. Now, obviously this doesn't need to be necessarily for kids too. Like you could use it for adults. Everyone deserves to have a gentle awakening in the morning, but this is the one that has worked the best for our family. I will link everything just like I did in the video on my other channel in its own little Amazon storefront thing, so you can see and access all of those particular products that I talked about. I will also link them all individually down below so you can go and check those out. And leave me a comment with some Amazon must-haves that you have really loved, that your family really enjoys, that you share with everyone and are like, this is it, this is the product, you need to try it. And make sure you check out these videos on the side in case you're looking for some more content to watch. Maybe you're doing some chores, maybe you're exercising, in which case, pat on the back, gold star for you. So I will link some playlists here so you can go and check those out. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. New videos here every single Saturday. I hope you're having a fantastic, fantastic day, and I will see you guys all in the next one.